somebody's handing out knuckle sandwiches.
You can see Cam Newton. Can you make him out there trying to fight off multiple men? The former NFL quarterback was taking part in an invitation-only camp and tournament when this happened over the weekend.
Yo, what's up, guys? It's Bad Decisions, where we watch people make
bad decisions.
It's your boy Sherm.
It's your man Jay.
We need to acknowledge how much of an epic fail this was. You had about 4 or 5 men trying to handle Cam Newton, and not only did he handle all of them, he was able to hand out perfectly crafted knuckle sandwiches to each and every one of them.
So it's hilarious how you said that. I'll give you that. But no punches were thrown. Not that we saw, anyways. Like they were just. It was pretty much. You seen those rides at the fair that spin around?
Yeah.
So Cam Newton was the middle piece of it, and the guys that were like trying to grab onto him were the things going around. Cause it seemed like he was getting pushed back and around, but he was like.
Cause the thing is, I can't really tell from the footage. It looks like he was throwing something.
He wasn't throwing fists.
You don't think so?
No, he was like dragging them and tossing them. He wasn't throwing fists at them. No, not from the clip I saw.
Okay, from the clip, I just saw from the corner, right? And from the corner, he was like kind of like this.
Who, Cam?
Yeah.
Okay,
like he was kneeled down a little bit, and they're all kind of jumping on him, and it looks like he could have been pushing them off, but I saw his hand motion kind of go this way. I couldn't see a direct hit, but I could kind of see like his arms going in this motion.
Okay, I don't know. I don't
so
know.
I mean, listen, he could have just been pushing, but it looked like he was delivering out beats in that situation. I'm just saying, it looks like he was delivering the beats. Beats by Cam. I don't know.
Sorry, Beats by Dre. It's too late. But yeah, I don't know. I have to watch the video back. But I watched a couple of other people talk about it.
Yeah.
So I know my views probably influenced, and I think they even said he didn't throw any punches. He was just like, he was being pushed around by 4 or 5 guys, but because he's so big, he was just.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just him being shoved around a little bit. He was also throwing him around too.
The most important thing about this entire situation, though, is this league, this event, this program is all about those boys in the uniform. This event is not about a whole bunch of grown men who can't take trash talk, the same trash talk they've probably heard their entire life. I know there's footage of Cam Newton talking a lot of trash, and my response is, so what? So what? Talk a lot of trash. If any of you guys have ever played sports before in your life, trash talk is a normal part of sports. Is he the most mature person for doing all the trash talking? No. But does that mean that a whole bunch of grown men need to get into an altercation because of him that are supposed to be seen as leaders? No.
All right, so yeah, so I gotta take it to a whole. So listen, from what I heard, Cam Newton's the instigator of this. And not only did I hear that he was trash talking, which I give you this, he's a former football player. But all those guys are former coaches. I'm sure they at least played high school football.
Yeah.
So they're used to trash talk, as you correctly stated. However, from what I heard, Cam Newton put his hands on one of the guys first. So it wasn't just trash talk. And by the way, as men, you know there's trash talk and there's crossing the line. So I don't know what he said, but apparently he was talking real reckless. And then on top of that, he grabbed one of the guys and tried to like choke him or something. That's what I've heard. Or if he didn't choke him, he tried to at least grip him up. You don't do that to a grown man. It's like the old adage. I don't know if it's an adage or a saying or whatever. Pick on somebody your own size. Cam Newton, why are you trying to snatch this guy up? That's lame. So what happens? His friend comes and jumps in to help defend his friend. So if that's the true story, that's real lame of Cam. I'll say that.
Okay. See, listen, I don't agree with Cam putting his hands on the guy.
Yeah.
I don't know the reason. I'm going to say this. I don't know if he actually puts hands on him. And if he did, I don't know the reason for him putting his hands on him.
Okay.
So that's one thing, right?
All right.
In terms of that, my biggest thing, though, is that there's a time and there's a place for it. And I understand that, obviously, if you see someone put their hands on your friend, your person, or whatever, right, you're going to run to their defense. My biggest thing in this entire situation, like I said before, take it somewhere that's not the event. Don't do it in front of the event. Don't do it in front of the kids.
Bro, we're in agreement with that statement. I 100% agree. The thing, again, is this. If Cam started it and he wanted to go grip the dude up in that moment, during that 7-on-7, whose fault is it? It's his fault.
Fair enough. I'm not arguing that. Yeah.
So it's not like the friend's going to sit there and go, okay, this guy's choking my friend out. I'll wait till you know, the intermission or something like that, or till the kids go home. No, and I don't, you know, it's on cam. Again, if the story is how I heard it, it's on cam.
The thing about the situation though is that I can't see Cam, and like I said, this is my own personal perspective. I can't see him doing that for no apparent reason if his name is on the league. Because think about how much of a liability that is. So you're the biggest guy on the field, like physically wise and star wise. You're gonna jeopardize all of this for a mere argument and just randomly put your hands on. That's why I'm saying it doesn't make sense to me. So I'm thinking, like I said, I don't know the situation. I'm thinking that guy must have done something so extreme to make him do this. Is there footage of him talking trash? I accept it. Yes, there's footage of him talking trash. But that doesn't mean because he's talking trash that he's going to put his hands on him for no reason. But like you said before, we do have a clip of the gentleman saying that, hey, like, he did it and that's why we came over here.
They're just talking crazy to us for no reason. It's like, it's not nothing new. Like, I've been around bro for 5 years. So, like, this typical Cam Newton behavior.
But Steph, you was right there.
Yeah, so they
you
talking.
was listening to the whole thing. So you heard him and you walked up.
So Steph walk up there.
Oh, okay.
And as I'm walking up with Steph, Cam is in Steph's face. I made y'all responsible for everything y'all do.
But when I heard their reasoning is what made me think it's kind of BS.
Yeah.
Because the whole reasoning behind it is they're talking about trash talk, which is a part of sports. And to me, that's just not a good enough reason to justify 4 and 5 on Cam Newton.
No, it's definitely not a good reason. Speaking of trash talk, what I noticed from other clips is that a lot of these kids in this camp talk so...
They talk crazy.
Playing off. What happened in the Super Bowl? What happened in the Super Bowl? Damn. What you say? What you say? You're a free agent. You're a free agent, Rick. You're a free agent. You about to be poor. I'm Rick. You about to be poor. I'm Rick. You about to be poor. I'm Rick. You're a free agent. I'm Rick. I'm a free agent. I'm Rick. He's a free agent. They still get your daddy in. Let me talk to your dad.
Talk crazy.
They talk crazy.
It's not cool. Maybe they think they can do that because he's like he's not a person to them at this point. He's like a
celebrity.
He's just a celebrity. He's like a, you know, but you got to have some respect for that, man. So when I see stuff like that, it really pisses me off. And then one of the clips, one of the coaches stepped in like, hey, you got to chill out. And Cam's like, no, it's cool. I'm trying to talk to him. The coach was like, no, I get it, but you're still an adult and he's over here talking recklessly.
Yo, at the end of the day, right?
Nah, coach, it's no disrespect.
No, I get it. I get that. I get that. But this is a grown man, right? This is the coach of this team.
Coach, we squashed it. We good. I love that. I love that.
You know
what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to break the monotony. Yeah. I was just trying to talk to him. He think I'm trying to punch him.
I'm focusing on this. I'll get my...
So it's like, maybe he's just gets disrespected so much that he finally lost it. And instead of being able to take it out on a kid, which he can definitely not do.
At all. At all.
No, that's crazy. Maybe he was like, okay. He didn't consciously think it, but maybe he just let it out on this guy.
But here's my thing. Here's my gripe towards Cam, though, right?
Yeah.
Are they doing this because Cam's leading by example? Because Cam is no stranger to trash talk, too. So do the kids feel comfortable enough to trash talk Cam because they see him do it all the time?
That's a good point. It's a good question. Could be. And if it's the case, then you're right. You got to lead by example and set that tone. Like, Deion Sanders trash talks, but at this point, I don't see one of those kids talking to Deion Sanders like that.
At all.
So it's just the way you set the tone. So I can see that.
Here's what I really disagree with, though, right? If you're going to trash talk someone, especially as an adult, I don't like, and a lot of coaches do this, it's not just Cam, when they get in the kid's face. Especially when you're that big. Because Cam's a massive dude.
He is.
Getting into some kid's face and like I said, I get it. Trash talk's a part of it. I've had coaches before. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But like him being that big, getting in a kid's face and going like, that's why I said, is he leading by example?
So there's two different things. If he's just trash talking to kids, that's crazy. But we all played sports before.
Yeah.
You know, some coaches, they take different approaches. And I think the smart coaches, they learn the player that they're talking to, and they talk to that player the way that player needs to be spoken to.
Yeah.
Some players, you can't scream in their face. It's not going to work. They're going to just shut down or whatever. Others, you have to treat them like you're a drill sergeant.
Yeah.
So it could be something like that. And just because he's huge, I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, that's different to me than him trash talking to a kid. Or you saying if a kid trash talks to him retaliating by getting in the kid's face, that's different too. That's kind of crazy too. So I don't know. There's different things. Like if a kid's out on the field running a play and he messes up or something, and well, I'm trying to think of a scenario. But there's difference in different times for different things. So, but overall, I understand your point. Yeah, you gotta. I don't know. You gotta realize who you are and your stature and act accordingly. But they're on the field, bro. Is what it is.
Yeah.
That's how I see it. Cause I've seen coaches like that. I've seen coaches.
Oh, we've both seen coaches like that.
Like we've all been in practice. A coach will grab a dude by his the center of his shoulder pads and like yank him towards him and start screaming in his face. I'm like, I hate it. I never like that. I'm a soft dude, so. But yeah, those kids. I mean, some kids that route like they would get hyped up.
Yeah.
Push them onto the field and they go make a crazy play. So it depends on who the kid is, I think.
Okay. So ultimately, I'm going to say if Cam put his hands on someone else and started it, that's a bad decision. I think those grown men getting into it was a bad decision. Just 4 on 1 person at a kid's event. Yeah. Like you're supposed to be leaders, man. That's embarrassing. Yeah. I'm embarrassed for him. Like,
of course.
Especially when you get older.
Yeah.
Like,
of course.
17, 18, whatever, you're in high school, you get in a fight.
Right.
Or even being at 21, you get drunk, you end up getting a fight outside the bar. It is what it is. But, like, once you start getting older, like, you start getting 24, 25 and plus and start fighting, you look crazy.
You do.
You look absolute crazy.
You do. And not to go blackity black, but I mean, they're black men too, so it makes it worse. It's like, every time I see that, it just feeds into the stereotype. And so I'm like,
Not only does it feed into the stereotype, but it makes it look even worse because a lot of black children go to these programs because they're looking for leadership that they don't have in their own house. And then they go to these events and they're seeing that there's still no type of leadership because you have, 5, 6, 7 grown men, that's including Cam, who can't get it together, who can't learn how to use their words and not fight for no apparent reason. It's ridiculous. It's embarrassing, man. It's super embarrassing. I'm honestly embarrassed to even cover this because I know when other people from other communities look at this, I mean, they look at us like a bunch of animals.
Bruh.
So I mean, like, what are we giving them? We're giving them nothing but fuel. So it's on. At some point in time, you gotta put the clamp. You gotta have balls and say, hey, we effed up. Which they did. They did say that they messed up, but I mean, it's embarrassing, man.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, you said it well. I'm not sure what else to add to that. Overall, it's just a very bad look. And, I mean, you literally said it all. So, yeah, it's just a terrible look, honestly. Yeah. For all the reasons you stated. So, yeah, bad decisions all around. For all of y'all. Cam, all those dudes that were running at him, everybody.
Grown men.
Grown men, yeah.
Grown men.
Bad look.
All right, guys. So, decision makers, if you think Cam and the Goons made a good decision, leave a like, leave a comment. If you think they made a bad decision and they're immature, leave a like and leave a comment. All right, guys. All right, decision makers, we're out.